have a question. Is the hype warranted on the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense fragrance?
Oh my god!
Is this the end-all be-all for the Most Wanted flankers? Is this the chosen one? Cause personally, I always thought the Most Wanted Parfum had the draw, had the sex appeal, had that ooh factor in the Most Wanted flanker lineup. But then this is showcased and mentioned to me like, yo, you gotta try this one. This is the one, this is the best one, etc, etc. I don't know. So not only are we gonna blind sniff the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum and test, but we're gonna match it up with the next flanker and see if these joints hit different and to find out which one's better than the other. So let's roll my music so we can unbox the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense.
We're all alone. Yeah, that's friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Another blind buy gem that I buy based off of hype. I buy shit based off of hype for a few factors. One, I'm a entertainer. It's what I do. Two, I gotta make entertaining content and stuff that y'all wanna see. If the videos get a decent amount of views from other creators, I'm gonna jump on board not only to see if it's really that kind of hype, but most importantly, is it worth it for you to buy if our tastes align?
That doesn't make sense.
So that's why I bagged up the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense by Azzaro. The Wanted lineup with all the flankers have a lot of sex appeal. They're generally on the sweeter side, very crowd-pleasing scent profiles that I think a lot of y'all already have in your collection and have liked for a numerous amount of years. I believe there's something around 7 flankers of that lineup, something in that space, and they all have similar attributes, right? But obviously each flanker has its own little twist or energy. Some are a little bit bolder, some are a little bit sweeter, some are a little bit more ambery, some have a little bit more resinous, some have more green attributes. All the things that I don't give a shit about. Am I gonna get bussy or not?
You're naughty.
That's what 90% of y'all want anyway. You buy the fragrances to get compliments, not just to enjoy them on your own, which is the main thing, but to get compliments from other people around you and potentially close the deal at the end of the night, day, morning, afternoon, or all week, depending how many blue chews you take.
Scissor man!
So let's unbox this puppy real quick and then I'll go over the notes to see what type of energy this particular flanker of the Most Wanted EDP Intense has to offer. Now this is the full black presentation. I feel like there's another one with a full black presentation, no? And comparatively speaking, you could definitely see the aesthetic differences. One has that gradient amber hue and the other one is full black shiny gloss with matte finishes. Now let's check out the notes. So the notes of this fragrance seem to be kind of simplistic. It's kind of just a cardamom ambery scent profile with like a caramelic toffee kind of blend. That's pretty much it. Now I gotta get the appropriate test strip for this fragrance because I'm sure it's gonna lean in this direction. Now just because it's a type of scent profile doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. On the contrary, generally those fragrances are the better, more compliment grabbing scent profiles, right? I have high hopes for this joint and I think it's gonna hit and slap, but is it gonna be better than any of the other flankers or in this particular case, the Parfum concentration? I don't know, but let's find out. Let me hit you with the bing bang right now. Atomizer check. Pretty decent, and let's see what this shit is all the rage. Very handsome, definitely ambery. The Wanted DNA is 1,000,000% present. Got a little bit more of a berry-ish slash green, like a berry of some sort still on the vine. Sweet, handsome, sexy, mass appeal, definitely in that, but I'm enjoying it. It is on the sweeter side, but it's not cloying or disturbingly sweet, but it is almost there. I mean, it's good. The thing about the Wanted fragrances is that they stick so close together that it's hard to differentiate them like, oh, I'm gonna know this one from this one from this one, because that strong, the Wanted DNA sweetness is very identifiable if you have a few of these fragrances. Now, let me try this joint on skin before we do the side-by-side comparison. I just need one spray, don't need nothing more, nothing less. I wanna see what type of energy it produces off of my skin. Obviously, your skin is gonna be the final determination of what this scent is truly gonna be like. And I wanna see what it does off of mine to see if, you know, my soppy, oily skin completely changes the DNA of the scent structure. That shit sounded mad smart, right? And I'm a fucking Riri too. All right, here we go. Okay, a little bit darker, slightly less sweet off of my skin, which is definite plus. It has an elegance, it has a mass appeal, it still has fuckboy energy, but a mature fuckboy. This is like a recently divorced fuckboy because he was fucking her sister. That's wild. In this scent, there's definitely an element of sexiness and mass appeal. It definitely plays off the skin much better than it does on the test strip, which is great. There's a little bit of a ambery cherry aspect from this scent. It has a mild undertone of tartness. It has a little bit of a fir balsam kind of essence off this fragrance as well. And it's much better than I thought, honestly. Like off of my skin, it definitely has a different level of maturity and sexy factor. All right, so I'm getting a nice feel for this joint. So while this dries up on my skin, I'm gonna be doing the Parfum concentration on the other side because we're gonna go straight into a skin full dry down comparison. And I did a 2-sprayer on that one, but it's fine. Just to see which one of these actually hits better than the other. Do they feel redundant, or should you get one over the other? Let me give the Parfum a little bit of a dry down. So the Parfum is gonna be on the watch hand and the Eau de Parfum Intense is gonna be on the bracelet hand. All right, so let's go for the Parfum. Interesting. Okay, let me go to the Intense. Very interesting. The Wanted DNA is very present in both of the fragrances. It's kind of like, oh yeah, this is the Wanted DNA. If you know it, you know it. But the Parfum concentration actually smells a little bit nursing home-ish, geriatric kind of energy off of my skin right now, comparing it next to EDP Intense, which definitely smells bolder, handsome. It actually has a little bit of a subtle kind of suede essence coming off the skin, where the Parfum version is kind of like good, but when it's next to the EDP Intense, it's kind of like, nah, I need to go to the gym more. Okay, Parfum Intense. Yeah, no, it's different enough that the EDP Intense is definitely better than the Parfum concentration, especially off of my skin. As I stated, it's unusual because I don't dislike this fragrance at all. I think it's a handsome scent, but it also does smell a little bit nursing home-ish. Like they just showered everybody with this green spearmintish kind of body wash that has like all these essential oils or whatever. It's a weird description, but that's kind of what I'm getting off of the skin, while the EDP Intense kind of has this swaggy, mature, confident profile about this joint. So I can kind of see where the hype on this particular fragrance is. On the test strip, it kind of came off a little bit more of the fuckboy youthful type energy, kind of the Wanted profile. But on skin, and right now that we're getting to the full dry down, a lot of shit has changed. But let me give it a couple of minutes, let these dry down fully and see what type of energy and time I'm getting on. But I'm kind of leaning towards the Intense concentration, but let's see if it switches up. All right, the kid's back, full dry down mode between the EDP Intense versus the Parfum concentration. I'm gonna start off with the Parfum first. All right, the geriatric nature of it has calmed down a little bit, but there is something that still lives in that space. It's like a cardamom wheatish wheat kind of smell. Still handsome, don't get me wrong. Like there's nothing wrong with old dude, you know what I'm saying? The dates still work. But versus the EDP Intense, nah, EDP got it all day. EDP Intense got it all day. A very good scent, especially on skin. The test strip is a little bit misleading when it comes to the scent profile. Not by a ton, but my skin definitely encompasses this and embraces it in a much sexier way than it does on the test strip. The Parfum is still a very nice option, but if you were gonna go between these and our noses align, I would lean more towards the EDP Intense. It is a very sexy scent, at least off of my skin. Masculine, fall, winter. Don't necessarily see a lot of summer essence here. There isn't a ton of brightness. It's more of the sweet, dry, herbal, cranberry, vine-ish kind of scent. You do get a bit of that caramelic tone or that toffee essence, but not a ton. It's just an overall sweetness, balsamic-y amber scent profile. And the Parfum is handsome with very good performance. But this one kind of takes the cake. So I see what the hype is about. Yeah, it's good. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. I'll put links in the description if you guys are interested in any of these fragrances, but yeah, I could see the hype. All right, maybe this will be my scent of the day. I'll see y'all stitches next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you know who it is? Biggest in the game. Smooches.
Cubaknow, what's fresh, who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.
Fuck